Stimulus still getting closer, but as Mitch McConnell says, there's more work to be done. And you all, welcome back to my channel for your stimulus check and stimulus package update. I have some news, some newer news, which happened about 9 hours ago, so I'll read it and go over it with you all, and just hang tight and let's see what happens. Okay, as Mitch McConnell says, stimulus still getting closer, but there's more work to be done. So, now, only in Washington can politicians slowly make progress toward a stimulus deal while pounding the table and accusing the other side of being unreasonable. The other side of being unreasonable, yet even with negotiations over the next stimulus package at a standstill, the two sides moved $500 billion closer to a deal last week. Now here's what happened and what's left to be done. Last week, the big news on a stimulus package was a telephone call between House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. Following the 25-minute call, both sides offered a little hope. Speaker Pelosi said the parties were at a tragic impasse. Mr. Meadows said stalled negotiations were due to Speaker Pelosi's fantasy objections, and that she wouldn't explain what her offer would fund. Oh, what are we going to do with these politicians, you all? Now, move past the sound bites, however, and one can see real progress toward a deal. Recall that the starting positions were $3.4 trillion in the HEROES Act, passed by House Democrats, and $1 trillion in the HEALS Act, introduced by Senate Republicans. During the negotiations in early August, Speaker Pelosi offered to come down to $2.4 trillion, and Republicans would come up to $2 trillion. That offer was rejected. Now, at the same time, Republicans offered to come up with specific issues such as unemployment benefits and aid to state and local governments. Democrats rejected this proposal. Now, following the call last week, however, Speaker Pelosi reduced her proposal by $200 billion down to $2.2 trillion. Now, we have said again and again that we are willing to come down and meet them in the middle. Speaker Pelosi said to reporters that would be $2.2 trillion when they're ready to do that. Now, we'll be ready to discuss and negotiate. I did not get that impression on that call. At the same time, Mr. Meadows came up $300 billion, saying the president would sign a $1.3 trillion package. The president right now is willing to sign something at a $1.3 trillion. Meadows told reporters he said that this number had been offered to Democrats. So while both sides continue wage to war of words, they did make meaningful progress toward a deal last week. Stimulus deal negotiations going forward. Now, while $500 billion is significant progress, there is one fundamental disagreement over how to approach further negotiations. Republicans want to evaluate and negotiate each major piece of the stimulus package. This was an event in past negotiations where Republican negotiators made offers on specific pieces of the legislation such as unemployment benefits and state and local government funding. In contrast, Democrats want to focus on the top line number. They want to reach agreement on the total cost of the package and then fill in details later. This was an event in their offer to compromise on the overall cost of the next stimulus package. Now, the different negotiating strategies bubble to surface this week. Mr. Meadows described this in an interview following his call with the Speaker. According to Mr. Meadows, he asked the Speaker during the call what was in her $2.2 trillion proposal, and she wouldn't tell him. I had a conversation with Nancy Pelosi, and even on her $2.2 trillion counteroffer, she can't tell the American people nor me what is in that. Meadows said, as reported by The Hill, Meadows added, I said, what does the $2.2 trillion represent? You know what her response was? I'm not going to tell you. Let me fill in the blanks. That's not proper negotiation, nor is it anything that the American people accept. You all, I'm going to say this again. Go vote. We got to get these people out of office. I know it'll be a struggle for a while if they are out of office to get things organized, but we're not going anywhere with these people in office. I'm just here to tell you, we're not. They do not care about us. A representative for Speaker Pelosi responded saying that these comments mischaracterized their discussions. They also claimed that Mr. Meadows was unwilling to break down the cost of the Republican proposal. Now, resolving the different approaches to further negotiations is critical. If they can get past this horrible act, there is one element of stimulus bill that could go a long way on helping the parties reach a final agreement. Aid to state and local governments. Now, you know, as Mitch McConnell says, you know, it's a stimulus package in the works, but or it's going to happen, but then again, it's going to take a little more work. Well, that's fine, and that's all fine and dandy as long as we get one. But you know, we needed it like a month ago, 2 weeks ago, not later, not a month from now. But you all, as I've always said, keep faith in God. God will look over us. God will keep us safe. I know this is dark times, and I know all of you Americans are frustrated, and I'm so mad I could bite nails into. But we have to keep our faith in God because He won't fail us. He never has, never will. So, guys, listen. I know they're going to pass. I know they'll pass the bill sometime in September. I was hoping, I'm still thinking they will within the next week and a half, give or take. And maybe we'll have the checks maybe they'll have the checks out to the American people within around the third week or maybe closer to the end. I know some people saying it's going to be in October before you get the checks. It could be possible, but I don't think so. Personally, my own opinion, I don't think so. But either way, keep your faith, and God will see us through these hard times. But like I said again, come November, they're thinking that the closer they wait to election time, they'll pass it then and give people the checks. Now, some people, that's going to change their mind. They'll think, okay, they give us this check, now let's vote for them. That's what they want you to do. But guys, don't. Vote them out of office. I don't care. They've got to go. Donald Trump, Nancy Pelosi, and Mitch McConnell is three that's got to go. And I'm afraid, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm being honest. I'm telling you my honest opinion, how I feel. They all got to go. You know? Some people like it and some people won't, but I don't care. That's just my opinion. Everybody's got their own right to their own opinion. So guys, once again, we hit 1,000 subscribers yesterday. So listen, hit that subscribe button, give me that big thumbs up, share these videos. And again, guys, I love y'all. We will make it through this. And until next time, peace out.